A life on anchor in stunning places filled with adventure certainly involves a lot of thought and consideration. This week, we're taking you through the raw and the real of island cruising, anchorage hopping, and dropping.
People are probably thinking like, man, these people take forever to anchor.
Welcome back on board our floating home. This week on Sailing Jibsea, we're heading out with the sunrise to start another adventure on the water. In last week's episode, we shared the benefits of getting up bright and early in the Mediterranean, especially during peak season. This morning, we're leaving the beautiful Maddalena archipelago in Sardinia, Italy, making our way to another beautiful island, Corsica, otherwise known as Corse. We're starting each morning with 75 high-quality ingredients with 1 scoop of AG1 and 250 ml of cold water. Big thanks to AG1 for sponsoring this week's video and for supporting our nutritional needs out here on the water.
So although we have added this to our morning routine, we haven't changed our morning routine. I kind of drink coffee every other day. I'm not as avid of a morning coffee drinker as Travis is, so I drink AG1 first thing when we're on the move because he likes to start that engine way early in the morning. I drink this and then I make breakfast. You like to still have your coffee first, right?
Yeah, I just really enjoy coffee. I actually don't use coffee for like a wake up or anything. I just enjoy the taste.
He drinks his AG1 after. I've noticed that my energy level has maintained throughout the day and you don't get that caffeine crash that coffee gives you. We cannot decide unanimously how we think it tastes.
It tastes healthy. I don't know how else to explain it.
It tastes like Tutti Frutti, but like a healthy Tutti Frutti. It's not overly sweet, it's very mild. It's made of powerful plant extracts and herbs and antioxidants, so it's going to help with promoting our mental clarity, alertness, and focus. Which is a good thing because here in the Med, when you're sitting on board in an anchorage, you want to be totally focused, like who's coming in, where are they anchoring? He laughs, but it's true.
AG1 contains biotin, zinc, and other nutrients that help support healthy hair, skin, and nails.
Especially as you get older.
Me? We?
Overall, AG1 is a good thing for our lifestyle right now. It's nice to have this as consistency.
Well, I feel like this is a perfect food supplement for us as we end up sometimes sit at anchor for weeks on end and we don't see a grocery store. Definitely get a lot of vitamins from AG1.
Head over to the link that we're going to add in the description box below.
We've got a special offer for you to get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 and K2 plus 5 travel packs with your first purchase of AG1. Another new country, we are in France. Corsica is part of France. And we're anchored on the southeast side here in a pretty open bay. We've got clear turquoise waters, it's about 17 feet. A little busier of a beach on this side. So we're over here where it's a little bit quieter. A little buoyed off swimming area with a beach there. It's getting hot because we arrived around noon. Time for a swim. We're not strangers to underwater exploration here, and we must say the water clarity in the Med has been crystal. We owe that to Posidonia, which is the seagrass that filters the water on the sea floor. We swam ashore and walked across the hot sandy beach to cool our toes in this lagoon. On our swim back, we were treated with seeing several different types of fish. See that baby flounder next to the starfish? There's actually 2 of them. They blend into the sand really well. Kinda like this guy, the weaver fish. Although they've got venomous stinging spines, they seem to let you stare for a bit before bolting off. We also spotted a cuttlefish. I actually didn't know what I was looking at until this happened. I kind of felt bad for making it ink, but it was pretty neat to see underwater. We woke to another calm and glassy morning to round the southern point of the island, making our way to a lively and notable town. I think we're gonna actually stop right in front of these cliffs here because there isn't really any great anchoring in front of Bonafacio, but there's grocery stores, there's a little town there. Corsica is looking really cool so far. It's a lot different than the other islands that we've been to. Like just with the coastline, different from the Balearics, which were a lot of big rocks. Sardinia, the sandy coastline here, it's just really pretty and grand. Not that the other ones weren't, but it's just something different. It's just nice to see something, you know, immediately different when we arrive at a new place. We love the French grocery stores. We really enjoyed them when we were in the French islands. And surprisingly, we weren't too impressed with the grocery stores in Sardinia. It was like hard to get to, and when we got to them, sometimes they didn't have the best selection. Well, most of the time they didn't have the best selection, and the produce wasn't the greatest. So we're pretty excited to hit up like a Super U or a Utile, I think what they're called. But yeah, there should be one in Bonafacio. It's just that there aren't really any anchorages. We pulled in close to the shoreline here just to see if we felt comfortable anchoring there. We thought that we were gonna snug in maybe there under the cliffs because we did read a couple of reviews where people have done that. But it does get super swelly. The day boats and tour boats start ripping out of the harbor. And we didn't really know what was in the bottom there. We couldn't really see, and it was kind of deep. So we're just gonna move on. I think there's a cove that's gonna be the same dinghy distance from over there. So we're gonna check that out instead. We'll feel a little bit more comfortable leaving the boat. It's starting! Everyone's heading out. What time is it? That everyone's at 9? So we're just checking the bottom now, doing a little circle. We like to do a spin, and it kind of glasses the water over like you can see there, so that we can attempt to see what's in the bottom, but the light's kind of not working in our favor right now.
Yeah. It says there's rocks underwater right there. It's hard to tell.
Well, it's sand right there. Into a much more open bay, even though it still looks like there are some people anchored pretty close together over there. Well, everyone's hugging over there. Do you think it's because there's rocks over here? Are there rocks over here? I don't see any. That's super clear.
Something like right there, but I don't know how deep it is.
Do you want me to jump in and swim? All right, so we're going here. Ideally, we want to anchor in sand. We always anchor in sand here. Weeds and seagrass, all that stuff, it usually just doesn't hold. You might drag. It just doesn't set as nice, so we prefer sand. Travis wants to dive in. I offered.
Yeah, just in case you got to pick the anchor up and put it in the sand spot.
Oh, just re-anchor it by hand, you know.
You know.
What everybody does.
The normals.
Nobody does it. Travis does it. No good?
If we stayed in this direction, it'd be fine. But if we swung, we'd be really close to some rocks underwater.
Oh.
So we just need to pick up, drop back the 100 feet right beside us. And I think we'd be pretty good. So get to the bow.
We're just gonna rev up to back up on the anchor. I think we found a good spot. Is he giving me a thumbs up, or is he giving me a rev up higher? BRB. A couple of adjustments, a couple dive downs, repositioning, backing down, double checking. The snubber's on. We're set.
I think we're pretty set, yeah.
People are probably thinking like, man, these people take forever to anchor. Well, we're trying to do it right.
Well, they're actually anchoring. Like, that's like what they would be thinking.
I wish everybody did it this way. I mean, if you got crystal clear water, why not dive down and just double check that you're good? But it takes us a little bit longer, but at least we have that peace of mind, especially since we're going to be hopping off.
Yep, absolutely. All right, let's get ready and go for an adventure. Wow, so cool.
Oh, are they trying to get in?
No, they're trying to get out.
We always push it, I think. little bit of drama as we entered.
Yeah, well, if you're like stern tied like this in a tight alley and you try to come out straight and get past all the slime lines and everything.
Whatever ties on.
Yeah, whatever ties on the bow. You got to go a little bit further past those to then get out. And he went out, the wind started pushing him into these boats. And obviously if you back up, he's probably a port walk. So he walks even further to port. So we had to push his bow out so he could motor out.
This place is super cute. I'm glad we found a safe spot to leave Jibsea when we headed here. Yeah, it looks really cool. The landscapes are wild and the buildings look really rustic. It's just, it's cute. Everywhere's cute, but it's cute.
Yeah, I feel like we should just do kind of like a walk up this hill a little bit. It's hard to just go to the grocery store and leave.
I know. Grocery store will be last.
The town is split into two sections. The lower town is this area here by the marina where there are plenty of waterfront restaurants and shops.
How do you know we're in France?
And up here, you guessed it, the upper town.
Look how high we are, folks.
I think we're at the fourth spread up.
Yeah, we're at line. No, we're right above it. We're at like the top of the head sail.
There's a medieval citadel that sits on the cliff top, built back in the 9th century. Because of the way the cliffs have been undercut by the ocean, the buildings along the edge appear as if they're overhanging the cliff. Within the fortress walls is the Vieille Ville, which is the old town. It's been restored over time and is a maze of narrow, charming streets to wander, filled with boutiques, gelato, restaurants, and live music.
Okay, so we just got back to the boat. Really glad we got to stop in there. Got our groceries. Of course, there's a boat right behind us, really close. Travis is out diving on the anchor because we switched directions when we left. And he just said that their anchor, it's like this. It's not even dug at all. Surprise, surprise. Did you just find those? Yeah. Those are almost cute. Let me see. They're not even scratched. It's hilarious.
I was hoping they were going to be good because they were, I don't even know how to put down.
What do we think? They match my bathing suit. Hey, they're actually clear. They're not scratched or anything.
They got a little rust on it.
Do they? We'll just put some rust off on it. We could totally have a yard sale. A transom sale. So you just picked up our anchor and moved it 50 feet?
Yeah, I just picked it up and ran it that way because I was like, if he doesn't move, then we'll, like, we're caught around something and we were this way. So we would have been on him. Anyways.
Well, we're moseying on. We're going to continue on, right? Yeah. I think they fit you better than me.
Yeah.
People already dislike your sunglasses enough. Maybe this will be a nice change up.
Yeah, for everyone who comments on my sunnies.
The Oakleys are lovely. They protect your eyes from the sun all around.
Yeah, they're practical. Well, what about these then? Is that more satisfying?
As you can probably tell, we're no longer comfortable there, and we really only stopped there to head into Bonafacio. So we decided to move over to a neighboring bay that was wide open to set the hook for the night.
We just made it to the top here before sunset. The view is so pretty, so we're just getting some drone shots to show you guys what it looks like from above.
This would be a perfect spot to go top roping.
It's probably Friday morning when you guys are watching us because we know that you watch our videos right when they come out.
Thank you.
We're cheersing to your coffee, I guess, or your tea, or whatever you have in the morning.
Cheers into the coffee.
Cheers.
These are my favorite bays. When we can do a quick little hike up here. It only took, what, 15, 20 minutes maybe? You got a beautiful bay. We can overlook our boat. We got a sunset. It's a cool rock feature up here.
It's absolutely perfect. Unobstructed view of this sunset here and the colors. Look at that glow into the water.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty epic.
We did the smart thing today. We normally eat dinner pretty late, but
After
we knew
the sun goes down.
it's going to be an especially windless night tonight, so we didn't really want to cook. We just can't forgo hot dinners. Cold dinners just aren't really a thing on Jibsea.
Yeah, full stomach, knowing we just got to go back, shower.
Relax.
Relax, not heat the boat up too much without the wind, because the wind dies down at night completely, which is nice because the bay becomes like ice, like just flat.
Flat. It's not ice,
Not
like
ice.
the temperature. It is the
Still
absolute
hot.
opposite. But we hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. If you did, please do all the good things that help us out, like give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and share us with everybody that you know that you think would enjoy us, or maybe, yeah, share us. That would really help.
Really helps us out.
If you want to see extra stuff like real-time updates, bonus videos, posts, things like that, we share all of that on our Patreon page, which is another platform that just helps support our channel here. If that's not your thing, just a friendly comment
Just a like and a share.
and a subscribe.
And a subscribe.
We will see you next Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then,